Hey, this is Morgan West. I am majoring in information systems. This is my final project for business analytics. I've decided to focus on birds and their populations and species within the Southeastern United States. I've been very fond of birds since I was little. I enjoy watching them sit in trees and fly high up in the sky and sing their songs. Now, my favorite family of birds would probably be the Corvidae family, which includes ravens, crows, magpies, and blue jays. And you might be surprised that blue jays are included, but they are very similar. The data that's being used in this analysis, in this project, is from the North American Breeding Bird Survey, the 2025 edition of it. And it includes data from 1966 to 2024, although I have cut my data down to 2000 all the way to 2024. It's important to note that the data does not include 2020, as COVID-19 lockdowns halted their ability to conduct any surveying. So there is a bit of a gap from 2019 to 2021. So this is the North American Breeding Bird Survey dataset that I'm using. It's got some basic information like the state number and the state name, as well as the route and route name. This is the specific area that the bird was spotted within the state. We've got latitude and longitude markers, and these correlate to the beginning starting point of the route. We have the year, month, and day that the bird was spotted. And the unique thing about this data set is that the Southeastern United States seems to have only been surveyed during the 5th, 6th, and 7th months of the year. That's May to July. The AOU number is a classification number used to identify the bird. Then we have several taxonomic rankings here. We've got order, family, genus, and species, as well as the English common name to make identification easier. And one of the most important parts of this data set is the species total. This is how many birds were spotted on a particular route. So for example, at the top here, in Alabama, on Route 1, named St. Florian, in 2024, in June, there were 4 Canadian geese spotted. All right, moving on to my Tableau project. We'll start with my map of the southeastern states. This is filterable by year and shows the bird species counts in each state. Next up, we have the comparison of sightings by family visualization. This is made up of 2 horizontal bar charts. The right bar chart shows which family is selected, and the left bar chart shows how that family stacks up against all of the other bird families. So we can select a family here. How about we pick Accipitridae? And we can see that there are quite a few families that had more sightings and about the same that had less sightings. Something to note is that while working on this project, I learned how to use visualizations within tooltips, and it allowed me to have this unique effect where when you hover over a family bar in the bar chart, it shows which birds are associated with that family. I think this helps connect the viewer more with the family they're looking at. So, for example, here with Accipitridae, we have various hawks and eagles. And how about as a connection to the intro, we switch to Corvidae, and we can see that they are second place to Cardinalidae, and we can hover over corvids and we see the American crow, blue jay, and common raven. This is the visualization that was used to create the visualization in tooltip on the previous graphic. This is simply the English common name sorted by the family. Next, we have the total birds sighted from 2000 to 2024. This is a basic line graph that displays the year and how many birds are sighted. This is the average bird population as a percent of species total. This is a basic table that allows the user to drill down and up and see the average percent that a order, family, or genus made up of the 100% total. Next up is a testing graphic. This is not used at all in any of my final pieces, but it was to ensure accuracy of the upcoming graphic, which is the number one bird. This is used in my dashboard and displays what the number one bird was, the amount cited, and also has the possibility of filtering to a state. And lastly, here is my dashboard. This allows filtering of the state as well as the year. And you can also pick different families. And here is my Tableau story, bird population analysis. The purpose of the story is to help answer the questions that I posed at the beginning of this project. And those are: 1, within the Southeastern United States, have bird sightings increased or decreased between 2000 and 2024? 2, which family of birds was spotted the most? And 3, which southeastern state has the most bird species sightings overall? Now, my first 3 story points here help answer the first question. So bird sightings have averaged about 250,000 from 2000 to 2024 within the southeastern United States. And as you can see on our timeline here, a majority of the marks land between the 240,000 to 260,000 range. And if you average all of the numbers across the entire time period, you do get right around 250,000. Now, there have been several spikes and declines in bird sightings over time, most notably the spike in 2010 and the decline after 2020. So in 2010, there were 303,186 birds sighted. That's a sudden increase of about 55,000 sightings compared to 2009. And the decline after 2020, now we don't have 2020, it's not included in this study, and it does leave a lot of ambiguity about what sighting numbers would have looked like for that year. But we can look at 2021 and see that there were 223,883 birds sighted, which is a noticeable decrease of about 22,000 birds compared to the 2-year prior count in 2019. And the population numbers continue to drop after 2021. There is also a small rise to note from 2000 to 2002, and a small fall of note from 2014 to 2016. Now, generally, I would say that bird sightings have stayed consistent. However, 2019 forward indicates a marked decline in bird sightings, which significantly contrasts all prior fluctuations in sightings. This decline here is very concerning. The 2010 spike is very short-lived, but this decline seems very consistent. In 2019, there were 245,888 birds sighted, whereas in 2024, there were only 197,477 birds sighted. So, because of this decline in recent years, I would say that bird sightings have decreased in recent years, and hopefully they will bounce back up with the release of new studies. Now, to help answer question 2, we've got my comparison of sightings visualization here, which shows that the Cardinalidae family had the most sightings at 744,864 across the entire period. And the Cardinalidae family includes the northern cardinal, dick sissel, and several variants of the grosbeak, bunting, and tanager. And finally, to answer question 3, we've got North Carolina had the most birds sighted at 1,239,059 birds across the entire period. And Alabama and Florida follow close behind, with South Carolina at the back of the pack. I really enjoyed working on this project, and I'm especially proud of this visualization right here and its included viz and tooltip. I think it's a really great way for the viewer to better connect with the family they're looking at by being able to see the common names of the birds included within the family. I am concerned about the population of birds, and I hope to see their sightings rise in future years. I hope that my project has provided some deeper insight into the status of birds in recent years. Thanks for watching my presentation.